Heather Gray with Discovering Health. I'm a functional wellness practitioner out of Loveland, Colorado. I became passionate about becoming a health practitioner because after 27 years of undiagnosed Lyme disease, celiac, Hashimoto's, and endometriosis, 2 stints in the psych ward, and living in chronic pain every day, if I would have stuck with the medical model, I would have died. All they wanted to do was put, Band-Aids on symptoms, shove another pill down my throat, pat me on the head, and send me out the door. And it wasn't until about 6 months into that journey after my diagnosis that I learned that there's got to be another way, right? Like, this can't be it, because I'm not going to stick around much longer if this is the case. What has me so frustrated about medicine, or the world of Western medicine today, is the fact that they're not looking for the root cause. And chronic disease really slips through the cracks. Really the only way they know how to work with folks is to put them on a prescription or cut something out. And after many years of doing that and having something cut out and being on 20 different prescriptions at one given time, it just wasn't the route that I knew was going to help heal me. I became my own health advocate when I actually saw the founder of FDN speak on a podcast with Sean Croxton, Underground Wellness, and he spoke about how you have to support these different areas in your body, right? Like, you have to balance hormones, you've got to look at gut health, you've got to look at detox pathways. You can't just send Maypalm after the critters like what they were trying to do with me with the Lyme disease. They were just trying to kill the bugs, but they did nothing for the host, right? And that's a lot of what I do for my clients now is I go back to square one, the foundations of health, which is missing for so many people. And a lot of times that's the low-hanging fruit, right? When you start at the beginning, when you start with the foundations, like, miraculous things happen. It doesn't have to be as complicated as a lot of people make it out to be. I had the pleasure of working with another woman who had Lyme disease, and she's actually on disability. And I knew I wanted to work with her when I first met her, because I know the story, and I know the suffering, and I know the misery, and I know the pain, and she's a mom, right? And so I know the exhaustion and the confusion and the frustration of just trying to even do day-to-day tasks. Like, they seem monumental when you've got these other health issues on top of it. And sure enough, she wrote me one of the most beautiful testimonials I think I've ever read, and she talked about how she wished she would have found me 15 years ago, and how much time and money I saved her at looking into these different areas that no other doctor has checked out for her. So again, it's getting back to that square one. What are you eating? How are you sleeping? What kind of water are you drinking? All these different levels of stress, right, in the body. And that's what I do, is I help people remove those hidden stressors out of the body so that the body then can take over and do what it naturally needs to do. And she went on a vacation with her family a couple weeks ago over the holidays, and that would never have been even on her radar to be able to go do. And so the fact that she got to spend that time in Texas, it was just, what a blessing to give her life back, and a blessing to her kids to give them her mom back. I absolutely love being able to help people on a deeper level like I do every day. And at the same time, I'm still a business person, and have, had the joys of setting up a business and marketing and all that fun stuff over this past year. One of the best decisions I made was when I hired a business coach, because it helped me stay focused, right? I have a tendency to chase shiny things, and a lot of us creative healer types aren't really business minded, so what an awesome step to have somebody in my corner who's helping me in the areas that I'm not the greatest with. So that way I can help more people, because the goal at the end of the day is to be able to help more people. And if they can't hear me and they can't find me, I can't help them. For other healers just getting started, I would highly, highly suggest picking out a niche. And I fought that one in the beginning because I can help everybody. And yes, you can. And talk about getting that marketing message down and pinpointed. If you're speaking too generally, nobody can hear you, to where if you have a niche and you can focus in on that message, then really that's where the gold lies. So if you're working with somebody and they tell you to get your niche, don't fight it. Don't fight it. The sooner the better. And probably number 2, hire a business coach, because just like coaching in anything else in the world, you're going to get further, more successful, faster when you've got a professional working with you. When I was getting started on this journey, it was to help heal myself, and now I've got a burning passion to, like I said, bring the word. I feel like gospel, bringing the message to everybody else, because I wish I would have found it, 18 years ago when I was pregnant with my kid, and would have been able to help him, overcome a lot of the stuff that he went down as a young kid and as a teenager, that I can now see back and pinpoint. A lot of it had to do with the diet. A lot of it had to do with the lifestyle and the stuff that I didn't know any better because of the way I was brought up. We were typical standard American diet, right? That's why they call it that, standard American diet. So I do what I do now to help shed the light for any other new practitioner, anybody who can hear me, right? That it now makes sense that they've got something inside them that knows that there's got to be another way, right? So that's why I do what I do, is so I can help be that beacon to point people in a different direction.